This tutorial is presented here by me with permission from the author. Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of this Zoanoid dragon tutorial. And in this part we'll be covering the leg section. And yeah, so I have I have drawn this crease pattern, which is the crease pattern that I'll be using to teach you how to collapse the leg. This is just a copy of the crease pattern, the original, so it's more or less this part right here of the crease pattern, but this is way too small for me to show you, so I just did this one. It doesn't have all the folds, like for example it doesn't have like these 22.5 degree lines, but that doesn't really matter for this tutorial. So a link for this crease pattern is on the description. And yeah, let's get started. First we need to make a diagonal grid. So, and the way I did this one was using 28 by 28 grid, which means we first have to divide into 7. I'm going to teach you how to do that, and let's get started. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna make one diagonal. You need to make both of them actually, so might as well do both of them now. I have already one. Okay, and we are going to first get the reference point to divide into 7. So first of all, you're going to fold the paper in half like this, but just make a pinch. Make a pinch on this side, for example, and then you're going to fold, so unfold this, then fold the top edge to that pinch and make another pinch here at 3/4. Okay, so like that. Okay, make a pinch here, unfold, and now what you're going to do is make a line from this here, this point right here. Let me just mark it. So this point right here, all the way to the corner, this corner right here. Okay, so let's do that. So first I'm gonna hold here. Swivel the paper until I reach the corner. Okay, and you don't need to crease this line. I'm just creasing it a little bit just to make sure that everything is correct. Like that, and you make a pinch where it intersects with the diagonal. Okay, so right here. Yeah, I'm not gonna, yes, I'll do that. So I wasn't going to mark it just because then it would interfere, but I'm just gonna mark it. So this right here, if you do a line like that, so horizontal, you'd get 3 of 7 here. Okay, so 4 of 7. So if you wanted to do 7 by 7 grid, not diagonally, you would need to fold the paper here to this intersection, and then fold these sections again, and then you'd get here. But since this is a diagonal grid, the process is the same, so but instead it's on the other direction. So this right here, it needs to be divided into 4. Okay, this section right here needs to be divided into 4, and this one into 3. So we obviously do this one because it's easier to divide in 4 than in 3. So this corner to this intersection here. Fold. Okay, and then this corner to the crease you just did. Okay, And now this is 1/7 of the paper. Okay, so now we're going to turn around like so, and you're going to make this crease right here to the intersection again. Okay, so like so. I'm just gonna hold it like that, and make sure you align diagonals, and it should align with this crease here that you already did. Okay, crease. Okay, and turn back around. So as you can see here, oh actually we still need to do this one. Let's do that. So fold this part up and fold to the intersection. Maybe that should be the first one to do, but doesn't matter. So as you can see here, this corner touches here in this intersection, which should happen as well. Okay, and now we need to divide this into 3. Okay, so the way you're going to do this is let me see. Yeah, so you're going to fold. So dividing this part into 3 is the same as dividing this part into 4. Okay, so basically you just fold this corner here, and then you fold this corner to the crease you just did. Okay, that. So this what I mean is this crease here is this one. Okay, it's just symmetrical, but it's the same one. Okay, fold here. And fold, and then fold this corner to this one. Like so. Okay, so we have a 7x7. Okay, it's not a 7x7 yet, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we still need to do the same thing on this side. And the problem is this, is that this crease only works for this line here. But what we can do is, so yeah, let's fold the paper. So you could find the other reference point on this, on the other diagonal, on this diagonal right here. But it's easier if you just fold the paper like that, and fold the paper like this, and until it reaches this intersection. Okay, and you're just gonna crease it to the diagonal, not the diagonal. Make sure that I'm doing, yeah, to the diagonal. Okay, so just crease, actually it just needs to crease this part here. You just need to make a small point here, okay? And this one serves the same purpose as this one, so we can just turn this like that and do the exact same thing. Okay, so let's do that. So first of all, let's actually do this one. So fold like this. If you want another reference point, like these tips here should intersect with this intersection. I'm saying intersection a lot of times. This tip here should touch this point. Okay, so that's another way to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Okay, so now you can fold this point to this. Now fold this point to the crease you just made. And you can actually, so I'm gonna do it on this side, so I'm just gonna reverse the orientation of this one. So I'm just gonna fold this one to this one. Okay. Now we need to fold this point to this intersection here. And then this point again to the line we just did. Okay, nice. We have a 7 by 7 grid, diagonal grid. So now you need to divide each of these sections into 4 parts to get a 28 by 28. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that faster. Okay guys, so the grid is done. I just noticed it before, after, but this crease pattern that I had some errors, but the one that I share with you won't have any errors. So let's get started. If you did the grid like I usually do, which is like a zigzag style of alternating between valleys and mountains, start with the side facing up that has the mountain as the first line. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a mountain, then valley, then mountain, and if I turn it around, it's the opposite. But this is just to make it easier to collapse, but it's not necessary. So yeah, we can start pre-creasing the lines here, and we're going to start here because it's the easiest part. So we can see here that we have this point right here, which we know is from the second one. So from this line, we have a line here that goes vertically. So we're gonna draw this rectangle right here, okay? So this is 2 units, this is 4, and then 2 again, okay? So I'm just gonna draw it here as well, like that. Again, I'm drawing first and then pre-creasing, but you can do, or I recommend you do crease first and then draw, if you're drawing. And I'm just gonna crease everything as a mountain fold, because that's easier. And I'm actually gonna zoom a little bit. Okay. Like that. So now we can, from this point right here, this one, we have this line here, this big diagonal line that stops here, so we can count that. So that line we also have to do, we can count it. So this is 2 units, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so in total 8 units. So I'm just gonna mark where it's gonna stop. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so this is where I need to stop it, and I'm just gonna crease it. I'm just gonna crease it like that, I guess. You can just align this edge with the edge of the paper. Okay, crease. And I'm just gonna mark it. Okay. Then from this point, what we're going to do is make like this zigzag pattern here. So the way this is done, which is normally done with scales, like all scales almost have this type of pattern. So it's usually goes one down, then two up, one down, two up, one down, two up, and so on. And the same thing happens here. So we go one down, so we'll ignore this part, so we'll go all the way here, one down, then 2 units up, then one down, two up, one down, two up. Okay, so let's do that. So from this we go one down, like that. And then we go two up. I'm just gonna crease this and then draw, because it's easier. I guess for now it's easier. I'm always changing my mind. Then again, one down. You just do this until you reach the edge of the paper. Let me just draw what I have so far. Okay. So you should have something like this. Okay, so you should have, the way I always count this, if I'm right, if this is right, is I only count how many times this go up. So in here you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 times up, and here it goes 1, 2, 3. So in this case it's pretty simple and obvious to detect if you're wrong or not, but once these lines start to add up, it may be a bit harder to keep track of. And what we're going to do now, so let's actually do the exact same thing on this side. So we first need to find like a reference point here, which we can find this one, okay, because we know that's the intersection of this line and this line, and those are, so it's the intersection between this line right here and this one. Okay, so it's this point right here. In case you want to count, so it's 8 units from this point, and it's another 8 from this point. Okay, so now from this point you just go, so we have 2 lines, we have this one we can do easily, so 6 units until the edge of the paper. That checks out, so let's do that. Okay, and then from here we have the same pattern that we have here. So this should be, as you can see, it's symmetrical along this line here. Okay, so, and this line here is I made it so that it's the diagonal of the paper. And so what you can do is just mimic this part here. So you go 1 down, 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, just like that. So let's do that. just 2 more. Okay, and similarly to this one, you should have 3 lines going up, and yeah, they should. So if you make this mountain fold, they should end up on the same point. Okay, on the same line, I mean. Okay, so what we can do else is make so connect these 2 lines, so these 2 parts, I guess. So we can make like these outer lines here and these ones as well, so they're pretty straightforward. Let's start with the bottom one. So from this point, this one, you do 1 unit, and then you do this small triangle here. So let's do all the way, so let's just do here first. So 1 unit, this small triangle, then you go 2 units and do the triangle again, and you should end up 1 unit from this point. Okay, so 1 unit here, and then you do the triangle. So the triangle should be something like this. Okay. And then you go 2 units and you do the same triangle again, like so, and it should end 1 unit away from this point. Okay, and let's do the same thing here. So it's actually the exact, almost the same thing. It's not, because we still don't have this point right here. We only have this one, but we can get this one. So from this point here, you just need to continue this line. So we have this line here, which is this one. We just need to continue 1 extra unit. Okay, so we just need to do this part here, and the same thing on this side. Okay, so we have this one, we just need to do this one as well. Okay, and then we do the same thing. So 1 unit, triangle, 2, triangle, 1. Okay, so 1, it should be, they should line up. The bottom 2 triangles should line up with the top 2. I'm just going to draw first. Okay, let me crease this. Okay, so all we need to do now is fill out this part here, which is where the scales are. So we need to do that. We can first do these diamond shapes. So we have 1, 2, 3. This doesn't look like one, but it is. We have 3 on each side, so we can crease them. So I'm just gonna mark them first. So we have this one, which is easier, so we just have to crease this line 1 more and then do here. So as you can see, it's not quite, so it doesn't go all the way, right? It's not a square, it stops here. But I'm still gonna crease this because it helps it will help when collapsing. So I'm just gonna mark it this like the crease pattern, but I'm still gonna crease it all the way. Okay, so from this line here, you just make a mountain fold and just keep this line from one extra unit, and then so this one, and then you do this square here. I'm not gonna draw this part because it's not part of the crease pattern, but it's very useful when collapsing. Okay, so like this. I just did this square here, okay, which is this one. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. Here, this one is a bit different because this point right here that we have is actually this middle one. Okay, so we just need to do a square around it, and that means so we have to do like this line here and this one, and then this one and that one. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, so let me just draw this a little bit better. And again, I'm not gonna crease these lines yet. So I need to crease them only halfway, but I still don't have this reference point, so we'll not do that for now. And I guess I can zoom a bit more, actually. Maybe you can see better. So we still need to do this one. So actually I made the mistake. It's kind of inconsistent because I said I wasn't going to crease to mark all these lines, but I actually marked here. As you can see, I marked on this one, but that's okay. So again, on this case, so to make the square we are missing some lines here, right? Which are not part of the crease pattern, but again, it will help with the collapsing. So I'm just gonna mark this, I'm just gonna crease this as well. And to do that, we just go here. So this one and this one right here, okay? So I'm just gonna crease that. Okay, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side, okay? So from here, so again, they should be symmetrical along the middle line, okay? So you can just guide yourself using that. Okay, then we have this one, which is like this. I'm not gonna crease those as well. I'm not gonna draw those, but I am creasing them. Okay, and this one we just need to do this one right here. Okay, yeah, so we can now actually finish this diamond here. So as I was saying, we still need this line here, which is not part of the grid, but you can actually see that it is half of this division here. Okay, so all we need to do is just fold this grid line to this one, and we'll get that. And this is, so it's actually easier for me if you do this one to that one, because this one is a mountain. So I'm just using this line right here, and I'm gonna fold it to this one, and I'm just gonna crease. I'm not gonna crease all the way. What I'm gonna do is crease like here in the line where the diamond shape is. And for example, here is here, on this diamond is here, on this one it's here, and then on this one it's around here as well. Okay, so I just made this, I'm gonna mark them, just make this one, and this crease right here, okay? Oh, sorry, this one. And now we can almost crease this part. We can actually, now I can mark these parts right here, so this one, here, and here, and this one was already. And now we can, I guess what's easier is, let me see, yeah, so let's do all of the divisions here. So in case you're familiar with grids, with scales, like usually where the scales are, the grid is twice as small, so we need to do that. And as you can see here, so each of these squares, if you draw a line in between them, or in the middle of them, like this line, you can see that, so this is a grid line, as you can see it goes all the way, as you can see, and this one is also another one. So each of them is divided, so if you consider like these two units, the unit of the square, each of them is divided into 4. So what I mean is we have like this part here, and we need to divide this part here in half and this one in half. So in other words, you just need to grab this line here and just fold it to the next edge and to the one below it, okay? And you can crease like somewhere around here, it doesn't have to be all the way. Okay, so like this. Now do the same thing here. Okay, something like that. And I forgot to do this line on this side, but I'll do later. Actually, let me do that right now. I'm just gonna fold this line here. Okay, and now we do the same thing for these two triangles, but now as you can see the middle line here is a valley fold, at least for me, so it's easier for me if I just fold these edges to the center, but the result is the same. It's just a matter of keeping the orientation of the lines, because it's just faster. Okay. Okay, and now for this one, and again, and this one is like the first, so the middle line is a mountain, so I just do the way I did the first time. Okay, so all the horizontal, if we hold it like this, horizontal lines are done. Now we just need to do vertically, and we need to do like from, so we need to divide these two here, so we have the diagonal right here, we need to divide these two in half, so we can do that again. Since my diagonal is a valley, I'm just gonna grab the nearest edge and just fold it to the diagonal. So again, you don't need to fold all the way, just fold somewhere like here, stop maybe here on the triangle and on the top as well, and fold. Do the same thing here to this edge, Okay, and the camera went out of it. Anyway, as I was saying, we still need to do this line right here, which is not a grid line. So, and as you can see, so it is the half of this unit, which is this one right here. Okay, and do the same thing here. So just gonna fold this like that. Okay, and the same thing on this one. Okay, so all the lines that we need to do now are these 45-degree lines that will form the scales. And the way I usually do these ones is I put them in the correct orientation right from the pre-creasing. And well, in this case you can kind of know where it is. So you know that this part right here is going to be the toe, and I don't have my origami here, but you know that the scales, like if you are familiar with scales, you know that they sort of go in one direction, right? And in this case they go in this direction, which means that, so when you have lines you have to decide which is the valley, which is the valley, which is the mountain, which is the valley. So if you make this the mountain, then this is the valley, and what do that make is that the scales will fold so in this direction, right? Because this will be a mountain, this will be a valley, so they will fold that way. So we don't want that, we want the opposite. We want this as a mountain, and this one as a valley, so they fold on this direction. Don't know if that makes sense, but if you are familiar with scales, you probably know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so let's do, what I usually do is do all the mountains first and then do all the valleys. So let's start, I guess, from this one in the middle, since it's easier. So you have, so from this diamond shape here in the middle, you're going to have this line. So I'm just going to mark this line here, marking on my crease pattern, which is this line right here. And you're going to make from this point all the way to here. So it's not all the way to the middle, it's a slight, it's half a unit off. So it's going to be here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just going to draw that actually really fast, so like that. And then you have this one as a mountain, which is one unit, like that. And then if you do the same thing here, you should end up at the exact same point, but on the other side. So I'll do that, and I should end up at this point exactly. So we have this one, let me zoom a bit, sorry. Okay, we have this one, and you just keep on doing. So the way these are made is, so the next mountain fold will be three small units apart from the current one. So which means that, so we have one starting here, and then we count 1, 2, 3. So we have another one starting here, and then we count 1, 2, 3, another one here, and we count the same thing on that one. So let's do these ones first. So we have this one right here. Actually, let me crease this one first. Okay, then we have this one. What I tend to notice with scales is that once you have like a couple of them set down, it's easier to do the rest of them, because they are pretty much all in the same, or they have the same pattern. Like if you have, like for example, now you know that instead of actually knowing where the valley folds are, you just know that, okay, the valley folds are just one unit off from the mountain folds, and then you just do that. So the next one is also on this point right here. that, and we still have this one, yes. So in total you should have 5 going, so 5 in this direction, 5 mountain folds on each side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we do the same thing on the other side. Let me just mark these ones first. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. So I didn't mention, but if you want to, in case you want to check, each diagonal should be 3 small units. And yeah, by small I mean 3 units in this like smaller grid here, because it's different than the grid that's on the outside, so to say. And oops, I draw a little bit extra. Okay. So we have the mountain folds that go on this direction. Now we need the mountain folds that go on this direction on the other one as well. So I mean this one, that one. So another thing, so as you can say now, so as I was saying, now it's easier because you know that a mountain fold needs to end or needs to start where the other mountain fold ends, which means that the mountain fold that goes on this direction should start where this one ends, and they should connect. All the mountain folds should connect. Okay, so we have one here, another one there, another one here, yes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and we also have this one. This one is a bit smaller. Wait, no, we also have this one, yeah, but it's a bit smaller, but let's leave that to the last. So we have this one, and here, okay, let me mark those. Okay, and this one, as you can see, it's only this long, so we just need to fold, it's just one unit, one small unit like that. So let me just crease that. Okay, now do the same thing on this side. And then this one is just one unit again, like that. Okay, so all the mountain folds are done. Now what I'm gonna do is also make the valley folds, and they're pretty much the exact same thing, except now what you do is start 1 unit from the mountain fold. So we have valley fold here, valley fold here, here. Here is the same thing as the other side, so in this case it's just smaller one here. Yeah, this one was supposed to be smaller as well. My bad, guys, sorry. This one is not... this part here shouldn't be creased. Anyway, yeah, let's just make one. So I'm just gonna draw it here. And what I usually do is just turn around the paper. So this might be a bit harder. So I'm just gonna try to see where they are. So here, okay, so this is one. Again, you don't need to do to fold the orientation of them, so you can fold them all mountain if that's easier for you. But what you can do now is, so if you turn around, you can actually see like in this case it's valleys, what you did, right? So you have one here, we have another one there, another one here, so you can just do 1 unit extra from them. But yeah, this may be a bit more complicated, so we have this one as well. So I'm just gonna draw them first, and this one, let me see if I don't get this wrong, it's just 1 unit as well, right? Yeah, this one's just 1 unit. So what did I do wrong here? I think yes, this is not supposed to be here, and neither is this one. Okay, so I'm just scratching that so I don't mix things up when I am collapsing. Okay, so let me just do the remaining one. So this one, okay, and the smaller one. So since my paper is transparent, I can see the pen lines from the other side, so that's useful. And I still need to do one here actually. So on this one also, so it's from this point, this small point here. Okay, you can see it's this the valley. So valley from here, yeah, like that. And let me crease that. Okay, now do the same thing on this side. Again, I'm gonna draw them first. This one. And this one, it's just this. Oh god, no, it's a mountain. What the hell am I doing? The next one is a valley. This one. Okay, yeah, like that. Now all we need to do is the valleys that go on this side. So once again, a valley needs to meet another valley. So for example, here this is a valley, you just connect it with the other valley, here as well, here. Now here things get a bit weird. So for example, actually, so this valley right here, the one that ends here, which is this one, goes all the way here. So this one just goes like that. Draw it on this side as well. And here, we see, do I miss anything? Yes, I'm missing this one, which goes all the way here. Like that. Okay, so this one. This one. Okay, let me crease those. So that's confused. So this is a mountain, right? Yeah, so that's a valley. Okay, this one. If I'm doing this too fast, just look at the crease pattern that I shared with you and just try to do individually. If you're not following this part. Okay. So now, so we just need to, I think we have everything. Oh, actually no, so we still need to continue these lines here that I didn't do, these ones, and this one as well, so we just need to crease this part a bit longer. And we need to do that on here as well. Like that. Now we can do this center lines here, so we just need to connect these parts. So pretty straightforward. This one, this one, this one, here. Okay, you should connect 4. Now there's also, I'm just drawing, these parts are not, so we are already creased. I'm just drawing them so I can have the crease pattern here as well. Let's see here, so let's draw this part. So we have, oh, there's a line that I still haven't done, which is this one here. This one's actually on all triangles. This one, which is here, here, and on the bottom as well. So let me crease that. Okay, now let me just draw this part out so we see, so I see if there is anything missing. Okay, we have this square thing here. Wait a second. No, yeah, I still need to crease like these units here, these parts here, here as well, and here as well. So they're just very small. So this one, so it's just half a unit as the other ones. That's here where they are, so they are here. Okay, so let me draw, so this one, like that, that. Yeah, so I'm just checking whether I have anything missing or not, but I don't think so. They are actually they are, but I'm not gonna pre-crease them. They are these ones here, because these are very easy to do when you're collapsing, so I'm not gonna pre-crease those, which are here. I'm just gonna draw them. So what I'm gonna do now is just draw out the rest of the crease pattern, and if I find anything that I have not creased, I'll let you know, but I think that's all. So let me just do that a bit faster. Okay, so I've drawn everything, and actually there were a couple of lines missing, which were this one, these ones I believe. This one, and this one. So yeah, these ones here. So make sure you crease that before you start collapsing. But yeah, you should have something like this. And now we're gonna start collapsing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to collapse is obviously this part here, the scales. And the way we're going to do that is, so I can already tell you like what is mountain and what is valley, but there's a way you can actually see it for yourself as well. So here, like knowing from experience, I would say that this is a mountain fold. Like I already know that this is a mountain fold, but being this a mountain fold would not make that much sense. So a lot of times people ask me like, how do you know what is mountain and what is valley? And honestly, the best answer I can give is experience. Like you tend to recognize patterns, and that way you can kind of guide yourself. So knowing that this is mountain, so mountain, 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 so mountain. This one, so we know that this one is a mountain. Now I don't know if you are familiar with shaping or folding or collapsing scales, but the way you usually do it is you have like, so you fold this to one side, actually this to this side, but we'll get to that later. And then in case you were doing like the origin is something like this, like then you fold this one and then you fold like that, and you make this sort of pleats. In this case it's not like that. In this case what you're going to do is make a mountain fold along that crosses here the diagonal shapes, and then a valley fold to the left. Okay, so like that, and then this one, so mountain fold on this one right here, it crosses this diagonal, this diamond, and then valley fold to the left, and this one as well. So in this case you usually do in the Zoanoid. So for the tail, the neck and the arms, you usually do these pleats in the way that the scales are folded, okay? So in the direction that the scales are folded, which in this case is that way. So you can also confirm that this is correct, because now if you look at this line, it is a complete straight line, okay? And this one here as well, okay? And what we're going to do now is make a mountain fold here on this one, so, and a valley fold on, so we have here all the diamond shapes, 1, 2, 3, so we're going to make a valley fold on this one and a mountain fold on the next one, okay? So like that, do the same thing here, okay? So mountain fold here, valley fold on the next one, and you actually don't need to do the other mountain fold for now, so you can just fold it like that, and that's enough for now. Okay, so like that. Now you're going to turn around, and we'll start working on getting the pleats in the correct position. Okay, so if you take a look at here, so we have here some hidden layers. And if you open one of them, for example this one, you can see here the diamond shape. And what you're going to do is actually open one here, and you're going to make a mountain fold on this valley fold, and mount and fold here, here, and then here as well. Okay, so you can do the same thing on the other side both at the same time. So you're going to do mount and fold here, and then you're going to do these mount and folds, that, and you're just gonna make a valley fold here. Okay, that. Let me do the same thing on this side. Okay, and now you're just gonna close, so you're gonna fold this up again. And the way you're doing that, you wanna actually have like these 2 points together. So we wanna have like this flap behind that one, so like that, okay? And then you can close. And do the same thing here. So make sure that flap goes behind, like so, and close. And now just grease everything. Okay, and now you're going to do the same thing for the remaining diamonds. So we have one here, another one here. Okay, so let's do that. So open the next one, like that. This one here as well. Then you do mount and fold here. Just close this like that. Okay, like so. Need one more to go. Okay, just like that. So if we turn around, we should have something like this. So as you can see, the pleats are going in the right direction, so they're going from here to the toe, and obviously if you turn around, they are going in the opposite direction, and that's normal. That's what's supposed to happen. Okay, so now what we're going to do is so we have these 3 flaps here, and we're going to squash fold each of these. Okay, so basically what I usually do is I take a pen or something, and I open this part here, and then I put my finger, and then I just press on the other side and just press down, and that tends to open this part here. Okay, and you can do the same thing on this side. So just open this part, put my thumb in, and then I just press down on this side, and that just puts it into shape like that. Perfect. Obviously if you didn't pre-crease these lines, this might be a bit harder, but you can still do it without pre-creasing. Okay, like that. And what we're going to do now is, so we're going to fold this edge here down like that, and we're going to close sync it on that direction. So you're going to make a mountain fold here. So basically just push this part inside, and then you just push this corner. Okay, it's your thumb, and what I like to do is just poke it so the corner is really sunk and not just crimped inside, and do the same thing on the other side, and then you do valley fold here, like that. What you can actually do is turn around, and you can see, like you can open here and see, you can barely see it, but you can see that the corner is okay there as well. Okay, nice. Now we have to do the same thing for the remaining two flaps. Okay, so let's do this one. This one. This part, I usually, when I first did scales, I didn't pre-crease this part, and you don't have to. You can do the scales without pre-creasing, but they get a lot better if you pre-crease them. So yeah, I recommend every time you do scales, you pre-crease it first. Okay, that. Now only one more. Okay, and now we just need to sync this part. Okay, nice. So we can turn back around again. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so yeah, now you can see we have the pleats here for the scales done. Now we actually need to do the scales now, and that's what we're going to do. So again, not sure if you're familiar with scales or not, but either way, I'm just going to show you because they are actually quite simple to do. So where are we going to start? Let me see. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I guess it's best if we start. I mean, usually you want to start here with the first one, but the first one doesn't have any. I mean, it does have, but it's, yeah, let's start with this one. So let me just put my chair back. Okay, so, and zoom. Okay, so what you're going to do is make a mountain fold on this line here. Like that, okay? And then you're going to pull the paper here underneath this part. And you can see that you have like this line here. This line right here, right? You do a mountain fold and then you do a mountain fold on. So for now you can just do a mountain fold here on this line, like so. And then this mountain fold continues all the way here, like that, right? So do the same thing on this side, like here on the bottom. Let me just do this mountain fold here. And I'm just gonna open. So you can see here, now you do mountain fold here, here, and then here as well. Sorry, I said it wrong. Mountain fold here and here. Okay, like that. And now you just keep on doing this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pull the next one. So be careful here not to rip the paper. I'm just gonna open this one. I'm gonna open them at the same time. So open the bottom one here as well. And now you can see we have this mountain fold here. So we're going to push this part in for now. So, and we're gonna make, so here, oh actually I did it, yeah, that's it. So it's like that. Yeah, so you do a mountain fold here. Actually, I did it wrong. So you do a mountain fold here as well, like that. Yes. Now, sorry, it's hard to hold the paper like this. So you need to make this mountain fold, this one. So they should have the orientation right. Okay. Okay, so something like that. Okay, now unfold the next one, like that, and do mountain fold, that, and here, like on this top part, this is how it should be. So it should be mountain fold and valley, and then you have like this valley fold here, and also this one here. So here, yeah, you're gonna make valley fold here and mountain fold on this one. Okay, now this part we'll deal with this later. Okay, so actually, yeah, we can deal with this right now. Best. No, let's do one more and then we'll do it. Yeah, that's better. So open the next one, this one, and this one, and do the exact same thing. Okay, so you can see that here we still need to do like this mountain fold and this valley fold, right? So we can do that, but what we're going to do now is try to fix like this part here first. And the way we do it is, so looking at here, so this is not a mountain fold, this is actually a valley. So we're going to do a mountain fold on these ones and a valley here on this triangle here. Okay, so we're just going to push this part inside.
Hey guys, so my explanation for this part and from another part upcoming was not the best, so I will put an image here on screen containing the orientation of the lines on this part, so hopefully you can use that to help you collapse this part. I will also share this image in the description.
Okay, sorry about that guys. So yeah, here's how it is supposed to be. I did this wrong in my test fold, that's why I had like to stop the video and try to figure out what was actually supposed to do. But yeah, I'm gonna unfold this so you can see, and then I'm gonna do on the other side as well, so don't worry about that. So let me just unfold this part. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit of a mess here, but here's what you have to do. So basically, you're gonna have to do, so I said wrong, so this is supposed to be a mountain and this is a valley. Okay, and then you're going to do a valley on this one and then a mountain on this one. So making this small triangle here. And then, so you have like this square here, and this point is going to go under this line. Okay, so you're just gonna push this point in. That just right. Okay, so at the same time you push that point, inside, you have to make this line here a mountain fold, but this one is a valley. Okay, So mountain there, as you can see, but now you need to put this under that flap, okay? It might be a bit hard and it might take some time, but take your time. You can also look in the back, it might help. So here on the back you're supposed to have something like this, right? So you can actually pull this part, this little flap here, and this way you can get like the square here. So this is the square, okay? And then you can just do a valley fold like here, okay? That, and that should solve it here. Yeah, so let's do the same thing here. So I'll do it again. So we're gonna have to do, so mountain, this is a mountain fold, okay, this is also a mountain fold, and this, so the square here you can see, so we need to make this a mountain fold, and now push this, then we need to make these mountain folds here for this, like so. Yes, now I need to push this point inside. This is the hard part. Okay, you can also, I'm not getting any closer here, so I'm gonna turn around and see if I can do something here. So since I have already one side done, I can kind of compare both of them and see what I have to do. So you have to make like this hexagon shape here, as you can see. Now, yeah, I just need to pull this a bit. So I get the square here. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, so there's the square. I think I need to fix here something. Okay, like that. Now I just need to make like a valley fold there, like that, and I can close this part. So yeah, it should be, you can actually make this mountain fold here. So it should be something like this, okay? Sorry for the interruption there, but from now on it should be pretty straightforward. Like on this part, top part here, it should be the same thing, but in reverse or the inverse of it. So, but we'll get there. So yeah, as I was always doing before, now you just keep unfolding this part. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay, you just keep unfolding here. So I'm just gonna pull one more like that, and on the bottom as well, like so. Okay, and the same thing as before. If you have like the orientation of the scales already done, like you can see, it's a lot easier to put them in position, and if you have them pre-creased, obviously. Okay, so here you can actually continue this line. So you get to this point, and then you can let me see, yeah, so we can actually, yeah, so they should, like this part right here, you can fold like that, and you can just fold this line here like so. Okay, so just join these two together and just fold it like that. Okay, there's anything wrong here. Just let me fix this. Yeah, one more. Pull, and do the same thing. So that, and like that. Okay, and again make these ones here. This one, and fold this down. Okay, so it's starting to look more flat. Now comes the hard part again, which is like making the same thing we did but on this side. So yeah, let's do that. So we'll start off by making these folds here. So basically this is a mountain fold. Here this should be a valley. Actually, I'm gonna show you like how it's supposed to look. So here's the other test fold. So I know this part is correct, I checked it. So yeah, as you can see, this is pretty similar to what you have here on the back, like this part here. It's pretty much the same thing, but now it's on the front. Okay, so we have to do that. So in this case here, so on the bottom this was a mountain and this was a valley, but now we're going to make this a mountain. Okay, this is a mountain, and okay, let me see. Yeah, let me do this. So we have to make this here. Okay, so this is going to be a valley like before, on the other side as well. Let me just check what I have here. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to make these two valley folds like that, these two mountain folds like that. So you can actually make like, so as you can see here, this part here, you can actually make this line and make that valley fold like so, and trying to close this part like you did on the remaining ones. Then yeah, this part right here, so this is a mountain fold here, okay, and this is a mountain fold. See here. Okay, so what we're going to do is, so the square, so this part is a mountain, so we have this square here, right, which we're going to make Let me see. Okay, yeah, like that. I think it's like that. Okay. Wait, let me put that. So you have to make this a mountain, and then this here a valley, that, and you do like so. Actually, I have it different on my test fold, so maybe that's wrong as well. Who knows? Okay, so this is actually folded like so, and you just fold this. Actually, it's the other way around. So it's first like that, and I just have to fold this one up. Okay, let me see if I can do the same thing here on this side. So here, this part, you're going to unfold this part a bit, and you're going to make these mountain folds here, that. And then here, paper is already going into shape. I think it's like this. I think it's like this, yeah. It's a bit messy on the inside, but here on the back. Okay. Honestly, if yours is messy too, it doesn't really matter because this part will not be visible. So yeah, as long as you get like this part here to have like the scales and whatnot, you should be okay. So let me actually just check here something, because I think I have it wrong. Yeah, so I do have it wrong. Let's unfold that. So the thing is, I have it wrong is this part here, which I'm doing like so, which I'm putting it here. It needs to be pushed down like that. Yeah, there we go. That looks more more like it. Then you have like the square here, which I'm trying to get it to appear, but it's not. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's like that. Okay, so yeah, here on this side as well. So you're going to open it a bit, and you're going to push this corner inside. Okay, and you're gonna make this. It's a bit hard to explain what's happening here. There's so many things happening at once, but hopefully you can understand what I'm doing and do it. Sorry for the bad or for the not so perfect explanation, I guess. Here's how it looks on the back. Okay, so let me zoom out again. And yeah, I think for the hardest part is clearly done. Hopefully you guys could do it. If you're not, like, if this part is not 100% clean, do not worry about it. Like, as you can see, I actually redid it on here, but I had this part here wrong, or not according to the crease pattern better, and I still did it on my own model. Of course, it might not be 100% to the like the original one, but that doesn't really matter. Okay. So yeah, now we can collapse the rest of it. So this is pretty straightforward. So let's start here from the bottom. So you're going to make mountain fold here, valley, and then you're going to make this part here. Okay, this sink fold. Okay, and so let's work on one side first. Let's do this side first. Okay, so you just keep on doing, like, these are just sink folds, normal sink folds. Okay, now here comes where it gets a bit confusing. So as you can see here, so we have this mountain, we're gonna do that. So as you can see here, like, we had this triangle, like that diamond shape that I told you that was not part of the crease pattern, but it was good to help. But as you can see here now, if I just join these two like that, and then it's a mountain, a valley there, so that line here doesn't appear. As you can see, like, it stops. So that's why it's not part of the crease pattern, but it helps with the collapsing. So yeah, you can just join this like that. Okay, and now here this part is a bit tricky. So here you have to reverse fold the orientation, so reverse the orientation of this one. So this is actually mountain fold here, and you're gonna pull, so push this part open, and you're going to make mountain fold there. Okay, and here is like so, and this part, so you can just do like this. Okay, so basically do this mountain fold here and a valley fold on that one, like that, and here you just do like that, normal reverse folds, and you can close everything on this side. Okay, so let me open to see how, to show you how it looks. Now you do the exact same thing on this side. Okay, so let me just open this a bit. So here now, I'm gonna pull this out, and you're going to make this line right here. It's a bit different actually, but it's pretty much the same. Okay, you're gonna open it here as well. And here, once again, you have to reverse fold the orientation of this one. So this is a mountain right here, like that, and this is also a mountain. That, and then you just do okay, so you just do like okay. Here you just do like a valley fold here and then mountain fold here. Okay. So you can just close that part like that. All I need is this one first. Yeah. Okay. So we have collapsed Now I'm just gonna fold everything in half. We have collapsed the leg. Okay. I am gonna show you like how to shape it more or less. Not that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to show you how I shaped mine. But yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. So here you can actually just squash or spread this part here. Like that. And yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks good, right? So you have here the scales. Yeah, so next I'm going to be showing you how to shape this a little bit, okay? Okay, so for shaping, let's focus first here on the toes. So we have this flap here, and what we're going to do is open here in the middle, and we're going to squash it. Like there's an uneven number of layers here, so there's 3. Honestly, just leave one to the side. Wait, actually no, just spread that one on for the middle. Actually, yeah, just squash here, and then you're just gonna fold this tip over here, and making this petal fold here. Try to keep these layers together. Okay, so yeah, just a disclaimer, this is how I shaped it. It's not like, I'm not sure if this is how the original model was shaped, but yeah, that's how I know how to do it. Yeah, so we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 tips. Now what we're going to do first, or not first, but we're going to narrow these parts as well. So for this one you can just fold like that, and like we did with the head, so we have to open sync this part. So open here and just sync this part here, okay? That. Now do this for this one. So this one, yeah, do the same thing. Just fold this that way. Okay, then just sync that. And for this one, you can just fold. Okay, you can just fold it inside like that. And you can unfold. Now do the same thing on this side. Okay, something like that. So now we have like this part narrowed down, so now we can shape the actual leg. So what you're going to do is, so obviously when you do the model, this is going to look like this. So this is a valley fold, but you obviously have to turn it into a mountain fold.
like I can show you how it is, but like the right leg should be something like this, like where right here is the rest of the body. But yeah, so the first thing you're going to do is reverse fold the leg like here. So we have this line here, so we can do a mountain fold there, and then not reverse fold, we can just crimp it. So make a mountain fold here and make something like this, okay? Okay, so it can be a little bit less, I guess. It depends on what you want. Okay, then what I also did, so we also have to then fold the feet or the foot up. So what you can do is make something like that, I guess. Okay, so what I also did was, like, I opened here in the middle and I folded this part, so I narrowed down the leg a little bit and I fold this part and make like this swivel fold here. And I can also fold this part inside, I guess. Okay, so something like this. Okay, and do the same thing on this side. Oops. Okay, so what you can actually do as well is maybe fold this a bit inside, so it gets like a more linear shape instead of just like a 90-degree angle. Like that. Now this is just the basic shape of it. Like, if you want to give it more detail, go ahead. I recommend you. Yeah, now for the toes, so we have to separate them, obviously. So what I did was I had 3 toes to the back and 3 to the front and 1 to the back. So the back one which I used was this, the last one here. So I just folded this to the back. You can fold it a bit to the side so it's more visible, like that. And then these ones, like, you kind of separate them to the sides. So let me see if I can show you that. Okay, so here is one. You can just try to crimp them inside a little bit so they'll stay like this. Okay, and obviously you can make them a bit thinner. I'll be honest with you, this is not how I shaped mine, but I can't really remember how I shaped mine, but I guess this also works, right? If you want, you can narrow them down, like fold them like in half, for example, here. Yeah, something like this. This is like the basic. Oops. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I guess I'll see you next time.